From the field to the studio to your eyes and ears. Welcome back. The 816 hours here. Baseball season just around the corner.
So close.
Jump on the hype train now. It is leaving the station. The Royals are here, and it's going to be a fun year.
I really hope
But,
so, man.
Bryson, how are you? How are you today?
Well, I mean, you're here hyping up the Royals, so I'm in a good mood, man. You don't hear a lot of people saying a lot of good stuff about this Royals team, but gonna sit down, talk some Royals baseball today, so I'm excited. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Good. Nice weather outside. Don't know how long it's going to last. It's Missouri.
True.
Can change on a dime, but we're not going to take it for granted. It's great. Great day. Great week. Chiefs in the Super Bowl now. Whenever you're watching this, they're in the Super Bowl. May or may not have won it by the time you watch this. But
Fingers crossed.
But I'm good. You just want to hop right into it?
Yeah, I'm down. We got a couple, not like bold takes, but a couple headlines going into spring training, things to kind of watch out for that we wanted to go over. Where do you want to start out at?
Let's do our last rotation spot. Who
You're for
fills in that fifth rotation spot? Honestly, I have no clue who the fourth guy is going to be, so I'd like to hear yours first.
So I mean, how I kind of would think the rotation is going to shape out, I would assume Singer has the one after how he kind of ended last season. He kind of figured it out after that little stint in AAA. I would assume Greinke would take over the two, kind of just with his being there in Kansas City last year, coming back. The three, Jordan Lyles, I would assume, younger guy. Ryan Yarbrough, I would assume, be the four. And then that fifth spot would kind of just come down to Daniel Lynch and Brad Keller. So that's how I would kind of view that 1 for 4. Would you have any disagreements there or anything different?
No, I was kind of up in the air how they were going to use Ryan Yarbrough.
Mm-hmm.
Last year he had 9 starts, and the year before he had 20, and I was kind of like, oh, are they going to use him like the Rays used him as kind of an opener type guy, or is he going to get that starting role? But I think he gets the starting role come the end of spring training. But Brad Keller or Daniel Lynch?
Golly.
I don't think either of them get it, to be honest.
Uh-oh.
I don't think either of them get it. I think it goes to Kris Bubic.
Ooh, okay.
I know none of them really had fantastic years last year.
Mm-mm.
But I think Kris Bubic has the highest ceiling of those three guys. And Brad Keller, we've kind of seen him peak and kind of seen what he can offer the Royals. I think he's going to be great out of the pen and maybe a sixth starter if we need one.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Lynch getting up there in age. He's 27. Am I right? Is that wrong?
26.
26.
Yeah, about to be 27.
I think him and Bubic could be great together, but I think Bubic has that role.
I would agree. I definitely think Bubic has the higher ceiling than Lynch, but I don't want to count Lynch out just because we saw him have a great stint 2 years ago. Last season, definitely he 4-13 with a 5.13 ERA. He didn't have a good year. But the man, I mean, we saw flashes. He had 8 strikeouts in one game. He had 10 strikeouts the next, but then he'd come out and throw 3.1 innings against the Tigers and give up 10 hits and have to get pulled. So it was kind of just the rocky up and down. I don't think Keller gets this fifth spot. Like you said, 27 years old. He's kind of been deemed the ace of the Royals for the past 3 years, but he hasn't had an ERA under 5 since 2019. So I definitely think maybe he can kind of get back to what Danny Duffy did for the Royals in years past, kind of move back to the bullpen, maybe finds his stuff back and can get back to the rotation. But I personally think Daniel Lynch takes that fifth spot. I think they got a new pitching coach, so I think he learns from him. The fastball, we kind of saw it uptick a bit towards the end of last season, so hopefully that can continue to get better. But yeah, I'd like to see Daniel Lynch take that fifth spot.
I think it's gonna be fun to see who gets it. Mm-hmm. And maybe they all do don't do great, and they just go with the 4-man rotation to start the year.
Hey, Asa Lacy's just sitting down there. He's just
Frankie Moscato's in there too.
Just fast track that man. Mm-hmm. Andrew Hoffman, a guy I talked to just earlier this week, another guy.
Get him up there. Get him that for the spot.
Telling you, I'll swing the sword for him. I love it. It's gonna be exciting for sure for this 5th spot.
I had a dark horse guy.
Ooh, okay.
Dark horse Angel Zerpa.
Angel Zerpa. Is it Angel or is it Angel? I think it's Angel, but for some reason
I'm not sure.
I just like saying Angel Zerpa.
I'm not sure. It's really hard for me to read, so
I love it.
I'm gonna go Angel Zerpa. He's only got 4 major league appearances. He went 2-2 with a 1.13 ERA in those 4, but I mean, we don't have to look at his minor league stats. They're pretty comparable to the other 3 guys' major league stats. But dark horse. Hey. Don't sleep on him. He's non-roster invitee, so don't sleep.
I love it. And then
you got a lot to prove.
Keep an eye out for that guy.
But how should our back 3 innings of the bullpen look?
Oh, so this is something that keeps me up at night trying to figure out what the 7, 8, 9, reminiscing of the days of Herrera, Davis, Holland, bring me back HDH. But Barlow, Stalmont, and Aroldis Chapman. Scott Barlow, Josh Stalmont. How do you feel about the back half of this bullpen? Oh, I think this could be one of the best back half of the bullpens in baseball, personally. If everything goes right. It's a big if. It's a big if, I know. But
I'm honestly kind of excited for it. Can you hear me? Is my mic working? Okay.
Got you.
Having some technical difficulties there, but I figured it out.
I was filling that space perfectly.
But I think this is probably going to be the second best back end bullpen that we've had since or ever. I think HDH is probably the best one we've ever had.
We've witnessed,
I think these guys are going to be right up there with them, but right behind them.
Love it.
7th, I think you'd probably go Amir Garrett / Stalmont. Get the lefty-righty option there. And then you go Chapman for the first couple of months of the year. I think if Chapman gets his stuff back, he easily takes over that closing role. But I think he has to beat out Barlow for that closing role.
I love how you think, because I want the Royals to think in your way that kind of Scott Barlow has become this closer of the team. I think Stalmont's the 7th inning guy. I completely agree with you there. If you asked me 2 years ago, I think Stalmont should have been closing games for this Royals team. But for some reason, they just couldn't commit to the guy. For some reason, they don't trust him in the 9th inning. So for those reasons, I think you keep him in the 7th. Kind of that role with Amir Garrett. I love that as well. The 8th, I think it kind of just depends on how you view Chapman. If you signed him to be your guy long term, if you think he still got it, you think you can contend, throw him in the 8th, because Barlow has that role as closing spot. He had his best season of his career last season. Chapman are coming from a new team, arguably his worst season he's coming off of. But if you're going to move Chapman at the deadline, if you're looking to move him for prospects and you want to get the maximum value out of him, I think you close him in games. You put him in those high leverage situations to see if he's still got it, because if he doesn't have any value anyways. He's already a 36-year-old pitcher, doesn't really got the stuff anymore. So I really think it just depends on how the Royals view it, but I would really love them to commit to Barlow long term at that 9th inning role.
Yeah, I think they're going to use him as a trade chip. If we're not in the spot to make the postseason come trade deadline, come July, I think he is definitely top of the list on our trade candidates.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to have a lot to do with how he performs in spring training in this first month of the season. I would love to see Chapman just break out of the slump that he's in, come back to his 2018 form, hitting 105 with every pitch,
and throwing frisbees.
He's in a bigger ballpark.
It's true.
Way bigger ballpark.
Great defense behind him.
Yeah, better defense. Younger guys behind him.
But can the Royals get to the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning with the lead? That's my next question.
I think so. I think this is a good young team. Let the kids play. Mm-hmm. The movement got to Kansas City a little late, but better late than never.
That's true.
Let the kids play. I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great year.
I'm with you.
But our last topic. Who wins the second base spot?
This one's tough.
Massey, got Nicky Lopez. Even got Nick Lofton. Maybe Nick Lofton gets in there.
Man, I wish. Give me some Nick Lofton. I thought he was kind of the slept-on draft pick the same year. He went the same year Bobby Witt went, second overall, I want to say. I want to say they drafted Lofton in the second round out of Baylor. I was a huge fan of him. But Massey and Nicky Lopez, two of the more likable guys on the team. This is real tough.
Yeah, it's tough. The upsides, Massey, I think he's a better hitter. I think he's better offensively for this team.
Yeah.
But he's right around league average for his fielding metrics. But Nicky Lopez, back to Massey. In the minors, he hit high 200s, low 300s, pretty much all his minor league career. Came up, hit 243 in his first major league year. But Nicky Lopez, career 252 hitter coming off a really low 227 year. But his glove is his bright spot. He's either just above league average or he's a gold glove guy. So it just depends on what you're going to get. I think with the batting upside and he's younger, I think Michael Massey comes out with the second base spot.
I love that. Like you said, with Nicky Lopez, you know what you're going to get. The great defensively second baseman, arguably one of the best defensive infielders in all of baseball. But he just lost it with the bat. We kind of saw him break out, have that 300 season with 43 RBIs 2 seasons ago. But that was a surprise. I think even to Nicky Lopez, kind of see him come back down to earth, hit that 227 this season. No real pop at the plate. Kind of just that end of the lineup filler. That's great defensively. So with Michael Massey, you get that same defensive, not upside, because like you said, he's kind of average defensively, but what he brings offensively, we saw him come up with clutch hits this season in the 173 at-bats he had this year. He was a high 200s, 280, 290 hitter in AA and AAA this season. Hit 243, like you mentioned, Carter. He had 4 home runs this year, so you got a little bit of pop too. Anywhere you put him in the lineup, I think he just adds a lot more upside than Nicky Lopez does to your lineup. And with the Royals team that needs to score as many runs as possible, I think Michael Massey definitely needs to be the moves at second base.
Yeah, I wish they would let Nick Lofton get in there. I would swing the sword so hard for Nick Lofton. I just want to see him on that team. Him and Bobby, oh my gosh, might be one of the best middle infield duos ever.
I would love it.
I'm
sorry. They have Michael Massey under contract until 2028, so I think they're kind of ready to start that chemistry between him and Bobby. Because Nicky Lopez, already 27 years old, I don't really think the Royals view him as a future second baseman of this team, because you got guys like Nick Lofton in the minors as well. So maybe if Massey doesn't have a great year, kind of slower start, we see Nick Lofton fast-tracked with the departure of Adalberto Mondesi, but I love it.
Yeah, maybe we get to see Nick Lofton at third base this year. I know they came out and said they want Hunter Dozier to be their starting third baseman.
It's true,
but you never know. It's a long season. Maybe Hunter Dozier goes into a slump. Nick Lofton's hot. They call him up. They give him a couple shots at third. Maybe they like him. They just fall in love with him at third. So
I hate to bring it up because I don't know 100% of the facts off the top of my head, but I want to say it's Miguel Garcia. One of the top infield prospects for the Royals. He had a walk-off home run in whatever league he's playing in. And I was listening to 610 in the morning just yesterday, and they were asking him if he had maybe a shot to kind of take over this second base role, and a dark horse kind of keeping that name or an ear out for, an eye out for, whatever you want to say. Words are hard, but Miguel Garcia is another name.
Okay. It's a good young team. There's a lot of upside with this team. A lot of stuff to look forward to.
I agree.
But do you have anything else? Anything else for this? Our headliners?
Brady Singer. Just had to mention him for Keeg. No context.
No, just Brady Singer.
He told me to mention Brady Singer for him. So Keeg, this is me. Even though Keeg, let's see if Keeg actually notices this. So Keeg,
quick shout out.
If you text me and you tell me about this part, Carter, don't mention this to him. I'll buy you a Brady Singer jersey if you text me about this, Keegan.
We're
throwing it out there. We'll see if Keeg actually watches the pod. We'll test him. But Carter, you got anything else, man?
No. Hit us up. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're there. I got a lot of new stuff up on there. Bryson's been going crazy this last week or so. Going crazy on there. Go watch those. Are great.
He's got an all-time or starting lineup. Yeah,
that's great.
Maybe a Royals player is on there. Who knows?
Hey yo! But anywhere you get your podcast, we're there. Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. We're there. Ring the bell. Leave a like. Follow us. Sure. Leave a comment. What you guys want to hear. What you guys want to see. But we got a link. New little link tree in all of our socials. Teespring at the 816 Hour for some awesome merch. Some new merch up on there. Got anything else?
I'm still waiting to see the Carter Webb Royals rebuild challenge on YouTube. I'm waiting for the day I wake up and that comes across my YouTube suggestion list. So I'm gonna throw that in the comments.
I have to put it on rookie mode, but
hey, they don't gotta know it's on rookie mode. They don't gotta know.
Man, this guy's really good. He hits a home run on every at bat.
It's like God, he scores 80 runs a game and he throws a perfect game every other outing. It's like, how does he? Just that good, guys. The Royals are just that team. But nah, man, you got anything else?
No, I think we're out.
Out.
Peace.